All right, I have that it is 7 o'clock, or I'll call this meeting to order. Stand and say the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Just a reminder that anybody wants to speak during public comment time would need to be signed in on the tablet on the podium. All right. First item on the agenda, approval of September minutes and October clean docket. September minutes includes not only our regular business meeting, but then a special meeting. And
I got a question on the special meeting here.
okay.
It's not in here that I know they said the old truck was worth $3,000 to $4,000. That's what the guy we bought the truck from was for. But I had mentioned I'd talked to Ted Everett about if we took it down there, and he says it was just. I said, and actually you ought to sell it for scrap. So it's not worth that kind of money. So I mean, there's nothing in here about me mentioning scrap on that truck. So
Yeah, I think we understood the
okay.
estimate from the guy in Coatesville as an opinion.
Yeah,
just
off the top of his head.
Oh, okay.
Not necessarily like a formal estimate, but yeah.
Okay, well that's fine. I'm good with it.
Okay.
Since everybody's just aware of it, then.
Yeah. All right.
I'll make a motion that we approve these September minutes and the October claim document.
Okay, you got a first motion?
Second.
Got a second motion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion carries. Old business. First item on here is our tree removal on East York Avenue. In the alley.
I can sit down.
No.
What was this?
The alley. I was saying.
Okay.
The trees in an alley.
Yeah, well, we had these last meeting.
Yeah.
But I made new ones. You should have them. I guess the point would be whether we're going to cut it down or not.
We tabled it because John Foley wanted to go take a look at it.
Yeah. And I did.
Okay.
And I think it needs to be taken down. Part of it.
Anybody else got any comments or questions on the tree? With the bids that we had. One of them was for 1,000, and one was for 2,700.
Yeah. Well, I make the motion that we accept our artistic truck touch tree service for $1,000 to remove the tree and stump grind it.
All right, I got a first motion.
I'll second.
Got a second motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. All right. Next item on the agenda, monthly financial reporting policy. We reviewed this last month. There was some language that was asked to me to change regarding the time frame, so the month, and that would be the period that is reported to us on. And I didn't remember any other requests for changes other than that. Any questions, comments, thoughts? we want to table this again and bring it up next month, or do we want to move forward with adopting this policy that we wrote?
Nothing's gonna change between now and next month, so that's it, right? No, that's it.
Well,
Anyone have any
I didn't have
questions?
any other suggestions to make changes, but if somebody feels like they're still wrestling with some ideas on it or thoughts,
I'm not.
and this is not a mandatory policy. This is after our conversation with State Board of Accounts at our exit conference. This was just some things that I kind of put down on paper based on what their feedback was. But they didn't mandate that we do this. So it's not something we have to rush into if we feel like there might be some other things we want to wrestle with on it. Because I don't want to implement a policy to lock us into something if we're not all, yeah.
And this is something that was brought up the last meeting,
Yes.
so I'm totally out of this because I wasn't at the last meeting and I haven't,
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about, so.
Yeah.
Well, then that might be a good idea to just wait. Let's let everybody have a chance to ruminate over this and kind of. So we'll. Yeah, I'll make sure. It was sent in an email, but I can get you a hard copy if you want.
Okay, I can,
You can just kind of say just had some, helpful feedback, as they call it, side of the thing. And so I thought, well, let's put this policy together that would maybe make it so the next time they do an audit, they have less feedback for us.
okay,
So that really is the key thing, is it would provide additional, better information at the audit, that it wouldn't go smoothly.
Yeah, and I mean they weren't unhappy with the audit. They just had this, oh, well, here's some things we saw, kind of thing, and which. So let's table that and let everybody kind of peruse through that some more. Next month we can talk about it again. All right. Next item on the agenda, AMP service at sewage plants. So we had a power outage, as everybody knows, about 3 months ago. Where the meter's at, we had a surge and it melted the back of the meter. The Duke Energy guys said you only have 300 amps and you need 500 amps. And
they would supply a box. If we go to 500 amps, we don't have to pay for the box.
But the Duke Energy guy also said to make that change, you have to have an engineering plan. Right. So we contacted Banning Engineering, and they were kind of first not necessarily understanding what we talked about. So they want to meet with us at the wastewater treatment plant with an electrical contractor and an electrical engineer and look at what was Duke Energy talking about, what was the issue, so they can kind of start that process.
And that's what this email was about. I just printed off the email I got from Banning.
So it did give us a good opportunity to test out our generator and how well it works and how quickly it burns through the diesel that's in there.
Yeah, 200 gallons a day.
Yeah. Goes fast. So we'll keep working on that, and Pete will talk with Josh from Banning, and then we'll go out there and walk them through the issues.
Will that be their Banning electrical engineer, or one they're contracting out for?
It would be a contractor that they recommend. It's going to come out to start with.
Which they wouldn't necessarily be the contractor that we would hire, because that would, depending on the cost of it,
Right.
that would have to go out to bid.
Yeah.
So Banning would just come up with the bid documents, and then it would go out to bid. Any other questions on our amperage service at the treatment plant? All right, next item on the old business, purchase of an awning for the park. where the little concrete slab is, where we do our bands play for our music in the park events.
This one right here, it had the paper clip on it, but there's a whole bunch of items I want to talk about on this. This one here that has, that's the awning talking about down the park. And you'll see a big difference in price.
The tree that they cut down at York, can they turn that into a ream of paper for us?
That's a possibility.
Especially when people send new stuff to the agenda.
Hey, I already got it on his.
You did not pass that?
Two
to
times.
me?
I just got that looked up.
This one right here.
Oh,
Job-
the last one.
yeah, job
That's
security.
They're not perfect.
That top one is a custom made.
Yeah.
Well, look at no. Turn you go in second page down from that, and it's a 32 by 52 by 8 foot tall, and it's $23,334. The 40 by 64, which is custom made, is $139,000.
Can't we just like sew some sheets together?
And that, you know, the one that's in the playground, that's basically what it is. It's waterproof. The one in the playground's not waterproof.
Okay.
And all the rest of them that was in that paper clip is for the roof between the two buildings and between the town garage and the fire department. And I have two of them from Stockwell. One's marked park and one's marked roof. The roof is for the one between the garage and the fire department. The problem is, with a gable roof, he can only go up high enough because the way the town garage side, it dips down as it goes back, and he can only go up to put a 10-foot door in. Well, our new bucket truck won't go through a 10-foot door. It has to be a 12-foot. So I put in for another bid, possibly a flat roof, which I don't have that yet, from either party. I had two parties involved in that. Maybe we can gain some more height. So we could put a 12-foot door.
Okay, so this AAA state of play.
Yeah.
Is this to do just an awning for the band and stuff? Is that what this is?
Yes.
Okay. But then over here, you're talking about building something for.
Yeah, it's another project. It's not the
Okay.
same project.
Okay.
But when I seen what the cost was to put just a roof
For the.
between the two buildings, I contacted a company in Clayton, North Carolina. They have galvanized steel buildings, and they'll put up 14-foot tall, 30 by 50 with a 12 by 12 front door, an entry door in the front, an entry door in the side, two windows insulated for 30. When a roof's 23 and a 480. But we had to find a place to put it.
Right. Yeah, I would not be in agreement to putting this building that you're talking about for the garage.
Yeah.
Right there in the middle of the park. I think that would just take away a lot of the park ambiance to have a big garage there. Now, I'm not saying that, maybe if we've got a lot of land there, is there some place that we could put it a little bit back farther?
Yeah, there's plenty. I mean, you could go down the driveway past the playground, I guess, something like that. You know, I mean, this is other stuff to talk about. I just want to, make some
Yeah.
comparisons.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I'd be in favor of taking a step back. And
Right,
approach
because there's a lot to
to
absorb.
both of these, just because it seems like, we were set out to try to solve one minor issue, and we've exploded this into, we're
Yeah, well,
creating a lot more.
yeah,
problems.
and the roof ended up costing more money than I thought it would, in my opinion.
did we ever contact the high school to see if they would,
That was, what do you call those? It's not actually a roof, it's,
oh gosh, I wanna say gazebo, but that's not,
yeah,
pergola,
yeah,
the
yeah,
pergola.
yeah. And then I was looking at that one bid that Chris turned in, it was a roof with 6x6 posts all around with no sides, windows, doors, or anything. That was $23,800, for a roof. So, there's a lot to think about there on spending that kind of money.
Yeah,
So, and John come up, we thought maybe we could park the bucket truck down at the church barn, but the roof's not tall enough. Or
The door's not tall enough.
All right, well, let's table it, take a step back, and try to come up with some fresh ideas to approach these two issues, and see what we can get creative and
Right,
solve a simpler problem.
yeah.
Did you want to say anything about
Oh,
him?
I
I thought. Since you did. Here, you want mine?
Yeah, Jamar would like to get an advance on.
Yeah.
Over there somewhere. The original bid was $81,029.80, and they've got $40,000 in the wall right now. They want to get an advance if they can. They give us a date when they'd be finished. I had him sign it today. Said they'd be done by the 23rd. If we had rain days, November the 1st would be the latest.
was that something that they talked to us beforehand, that they might want to get?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, they didn't put that in their initial bid. Some places, some contractors do. They put it in, hey, we'd like the cost of goods or materials at some point in it. It's not uncommon for contractors to ask that at some point, especially if it gets into where the materials, are, and that's 50% of their bid. And it's,
Have they done any of the work, or they just
Oh,
asked?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got the walls cut out and getting ready. They're doing cleanup right now in the bottom, and they're getting ready to put the walls in. They've got their excavator down there and all that. And he said he'd hope to be done sooner than what he put down. He just kind of give him a little bump over it.
sure.
Well, we've already approved his
Right.
quote, giving him a partial payment or whatever they're required, because I don't think they're going to go nowhere. They're not going to do half of it and leave.
It'd be a good space. Offering he's asking for, so he's always done good work for the town.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it.
All right. Anybody else got any questions on that?
No. Need a motion on that?
Yes. Definitely.
How much?
He's asking for 40,000.
40,000.
Okay.
So
It's
just under half.
under half, little under half.
Well, I make a motion that we pay J-Mar the 40,000 partial payment on the job.
I'll second that.
Okay, first and second motion, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion carries.
Yeah, so I can contact him, can he come in tomorrow sometime?
Okay. All right, so we have our next item on the agenda, quote signs for, our wayfinding, signs in town that the planning commission has been working on. And, Dave has provided us a quote from Display Sales.
Right. So 12 banners would go up there 30 by 60 inches. And there is a second slash third component to this, which would be the wayfinding drop down signs, and then also sponsorship signs. We haven't worked out the details on the sponsorship part, but that'll be money that just comes back to the town after we work that out. So it'll help offset the cost of the banners and the hardware and the wayfinding signs. So the initial banner purchase is $1,850, and I'd just like to go ahead and get that, if we could get that through this year, get them ordered so we can have them by the end of the year, and that way they can go up after holiday season is over. And then we can also work out the details of getting the wayfinding signs in place where they would go on the designated area.
In other words, some of the, like the businesses would have their name on the sign. They would pay to have their.
Yeah. So we haven't worked out a price. Or did we in the end come up with a roundabout figure for those the sponsorship?
I can't remember.
I thought we threw out like $150.
I think that was,
Yeah.
that's about right.
So, but then if somebody, the one detail is if somebody elects, if a resident or a business elects to drop it, then we just take their sign down, order a new one, and put the new person's up there. The whole thing doesn't have to come down; it just rotates out the sponsorship. So, but anyway, I wanted to kind of get those approved and pushed through for use after the holiday season.
Anybody got any more questions for Dave on this?
No. I'll make a motion that we order the banners.
Okay, got a first motion,
I'll second.
got a second motion, all in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right.
Did everybody have a chance to send an email with
What the banner looks like.
black banner look like? They're nice looking. And you didn't see them? I'll get one chiseled out.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. That's it.
Next item on new business, adoption of the 2026 budget. We had a public hearing last month on that. Nobody spoke for or against. Anybody got any questions or comments on budget for 2026?
You need a motion?
Yes, sir.
I'll make a motion that we adopt the 2026 budget.
All right, got a first motion,
I'll second.
got a second motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. 2026 budget adopted.
Okay.
Next thing we need to adopt is our 2026 salary ordinance. Those are along with our budget.
Well, I got a couple questions there.
Okay.
I was looking here on the back page here. Indicates salary and wages as follows. When we get down to the deputy clerk treasurer, $360, for the year, but, the deputy clerk salary on the other page here is $4,680 per year.
Correct.
So where does that extra money?
Sorry, I'll answer. So one of those designations comes out of general fund, and one of those designations comes out of one of the last page.
Okay. Well, that makes sense then. And
Yeah.
then, I had another question on the crossing guard, which is $4,030 per year, paid in bi-monthly payments of $167.91. Now, that's a salary job versus hours? Is that considered salary or?
Yeah, I mean, technically it's really a salary because we are treating it similar to what, like a school employee has, they get paid throughout their summer vacation and their fact that they're doing this job for the school.
Yeah. Yeah, I never did know because I remember, I think her name was Jenny. I always thought we paid her hourly to
No.
do the job.
The crossing
Didn't-
guard's always in the salary.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, teachers are given a choice whether they want it.
And Jenny was given the choice whether she wanted it like 9 months or the whole year.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It was easier for her to just.
And almost all teachers select year round.
Yeah.
They don't want to
Yeah.
go with that through that span of summer without a paycheck.
Okay, well, that's all I had. On that.
Okay, very good, good question.
Yeah.
Anybody got any other questions on this salary ordinance?
Yeah, I would like to do this in my head and I can't. I'm confused on the deputy clerk treasurer. She gets 260 hours per year. She's not getting twice 18.13 an hour. She's not making $36 an hour.
No.
Correct. She's getting, so basically, the 260 hours per year works out to be about 5 hours a week. Then the other one is the other 5 hours a week. So she really works 10 hours a week, but it's because it's coming from two different funds. She's split it up that way, even 50-50. And that's just the way she's chosen to split it. I mean, you can split it 70-30 and 20-80, whatever you want to do, but she's 50-50, so 50% of her time she gets paid general fund, 50% of her time,
So it's
10 hours.
really like $9 and $9. Two different pots.
She basically is allocated $180 a week for 10 hours of work a week. Or kind of general breakdown.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And when we do her pay, we always, like if she has 20 hours, we do 10 general, 10 sewer, just so it's even at the end of the year. And one of them doesn't run out, and there's no money left in this fund, and there's still money in this fund.
Okay. And that's always been her pay? She's always gotten that?
This did not change from last year's
Okay.
salary. I don't know if it's always been that, but that's what it was last year as well. The 9,300.
Okay. And then we kind of had a couple of questions just to clarify who's office help and who's housekeeping.
Housekeeping is Judy, because she cleans the town hall. And
Okay.
office help is if I go on vacation and somebody comes in here, like Crystal has come in there and sat for me.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, that I wanted to make sure that that's.
Yeah, there's not a specific person for office help because it can change.
Right,
I mean, if Judy doesn't go on vacation with you, she's.
and then you don't have to pay an office.
But
The last time we went, no one was here.
Which is probably okay.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, all we
There's a
really
slot
need to
door.
do is have a answering machine that says, you know,
Well, I don't know, somebody with a key, I guess.
Okay,
He had a tip jar up there too.
Well, I'll think about that, keep it there.
All right. Any other good questions on that? And I apologize. I just now caught this second sentence on page 1. It says Indiana, IDNANA instead of Indiana. So I should have cut that out. It's just now.
Where at?
Very first section up here, where town
Well, I
plate,
changed the name of Indiana, hello,
right?
Indiana.
I like it. I think that would work.
Did that happen before or after my banner?
Probably when I got busted, things happened.
Yeah, change all the banners now. So I like that. All right, I need a motion.
I make a motion to accept the salary ordinance for 2026, sorry.
Okay. And I got a first motion.
I'll second.
Got a second motion. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right, next item on the agenda, approval of CCMG designated signer. So I got an email this week from Pete over at Banning Engineering, who's helping us with the CCMG application this year. And they've kind of put out a new document of, standard operating procedures and steps that you have to take. So previously, last year when we did this, all they did was after we got approved, they just sent us an email that says who's in charge of signing, kind of thing, when we voted on it. But now they're like, you either have to have an actual ordinance or a resolution, or we can officially state in our meeting minutes for this meeting who we want to designate as the signer for any document for our CCMG. That's the third option on that.
So that means if you're not here, someone else signed.
No, this says whoever we designate. So like last year, we told the INDOT that our town manager was going to be in charge of signing all documents related to CCMG stuff.
Yeah.
Any paperwork that they needed, they would send it to the town manager. He would sign it. And that would be official. So that's all they're looking for. It's just that we designate somebody who's going to take care of that. So we want to do town manager again, and
Needs to be timely.
Yeah. Well, if Pete don't mind doing it, I'd say we keep it with the town manager.
all right, so we can designate our town manager, Pete Enrick, as our designated signer for CCMG. And we just have to include that in our meeting minutes. Everybody concur with that?
Yes.
Yes. Everybody's shaking their head yes. Excellent. Okay. All right. Next item on the agenda, Pete Enrick. You're up.
Well, we'll have a whole lot this week.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice the bench?
Yeah.
Got approval?
Yeah.
I put gravel in there instead of a concrete slab. It was much easier and much cheaper. And I got it anchored so they can't just pick it up and walk off with it.
Sorry, collecting.
Chrome laptops, yeah.
And now the weather's still nice, and the dump truck pretty much just sits in the garage. I've already got all the snow equipment on it, ready to go. All we gotta do is wait on the snow.
Good, that means when it ain't gonna snow when you already get
That's what I'm hoping.
you jinxed us.
But they keep saying we're gonna have a lot this year, and I'm hoping because I jumped on it, we won't. But other than that, that's about all I got. Got some more tree limbs today hanging over the sidewalk. Things like that. At your house?
yeah. Get to use news truck?
No. We just went around the UTV.
Oh.
I could reach them,
Yeah.
standing up in the bed.
When John Todd come over here and rectified what the problem was downstairs, I noticed when I come back through here last night, the two outside lights are still out.
Oh, they're not working?
No, so I don't know, cause I had told him about it,
Yeah.
so, but I hadn't had a chance to look at them when he left. So I don't know.
Well, I'll see if it's just a breaker problem. We'll
We-
have to call him.
Right. I didn't look at the breaker. I'd do that before I go home.
Did you know why the lights went out down the basement?
I know, but they don't.
A sump pump. The motor locked up on it, and every time it would kick the breaker off. A double 20 amp breaker would kick it off immediately. Unplug the sump pump, the lights come on. So we got to replace one sump pump. John has loaned us a used one. Or
No, I'm giving it to you.
Give it to us.
Yeah.
And I guess that one pit has got two sump pumps in the same pit, one above the other. I guess
Jerry had done that back when we used to get a lot of rain, and that one pump
wouldn't keep
pump
up.
wouldn't keep up, so he doubled up.
Well, they had that one mountain where you could even tell there was another one below it until
Yeah,
I started to pull that one out.
But this one I gave you is the third horse, so that ought to pump.
Other than that, that's all I got.
Anybody have any other questions for Pete?
Have we had any other, repairs in the ceiling since we got the socket and stuff?
Have you heard anything?
I haven't heard any, but I have that on my list. Have you checked that trap to make sure there's nothing in it?
Not in a week or two.
I just wondered.
I haven't smelled anything.
Coming from the.
Yeah.
Probably coming from
No, I
outside.
haven't heard anything for, well, after
Since we got that
after
fixed,
they
right?
did it, I heard something
Oh,
like the next week, but I haven't heard anything.
They must have enough walnuts up there. They're not worried about it.
Well, when Judy and I cleaned out this closet here, we found walnuts in the closet.
A walnut?
In this closet in here.
If you're in where the control for the whole baptism is there, you get, look up and take that whole thing out. There's a pile of walnuts in there. It's back too far for me to reach, but yeah,
Don't go in the shed down at the park and pull that ladder down. You'll get hit with about 100 of them.
all right. Very good. Chief Remender, you're up next.
Stats for last month, excluding two guys that haven't put them in, they're out of town. 125 hours of service, total of 15 runs, 76 business checks, 12 traffic stops. Christmas in Clayton is going to be December 6th from 3 p.m. to 6:30. We've applied for a road closure. A little late in the season, but we'll see if we get it in time. If not, there is an alternative plan in place. It'll be fine. Okay,
Yeah.
we're pretty good. Okay,
3
Okay,
p.m.
good.
to what?
to 6:30. Good, John.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
What time is your parading start though?
It's a good question. I think it's 5. 5.
Well,
5.
That's what she said last month.
yeah,
She said 5 or 5:30.
Yeah.
I think 5 is what we encourage.
She's advertising on Facebook for participants, and she's saying it's going to start
Start 5.
on her Facebook
Yeah.
page.
What's it getting dark then, John?
Well, probably about
Maybe a little
like 10 to 6 is that time of year.
We should be good. We should be finishing up. That should be because really the parade's only about 10, 15 minutes at the most.
And the
20 minutes.
Cascade Homecoming, they rented these really nice signs from Sunbelt that are on generators, and they crank the pole up about 12 feet in the air with some nice little gentle floodlights. They weren't, they're not
Okay,
like
right.
the old style. These are new LED floodlights, and they lit up the area over there pretty nice.
Okay.
We didn't have any problems seeing our way around, and they were very quiet generators. I was
Nice.
hardly,
Did you? I have a question. I just ran into a. What is the rule for the park if they rent the park? Does that include? Does that include the whole park? Does that include the parking lot? What does that include? Basically, just regular overabundance of people came to the park tonight. A particular gentleman has the park rented out. He's upset because they parked in the parking lot where he where they parked in the parking lot next to the structure.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, anybody can park in there. I don't know any rules. Is there any rule as far as me enforcing something? I need a rule or that there's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's open to the public, so.
Yeah, we've never had a rule that says you've rented a shelter house, you get
You
the
get-
whole park.
Okay.
I know he brings this big trailer with him and all his stuff, takes
Yeah.
up spots, but if people are coming down to the park, especially now we've got people using the trails,
Right.
parking and this and that, nice evening, so I would say no.
Okay, that's kind of what I said. I just said it was first come, first serve. I didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of anything.
I mean, the money that they pay is actually for the shelter house and the
Structure.
kitchen.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, they can rent the gazebo and they can rent the shelter house with the kitchen, but they can't rent.
The parking space.
Parking space. Okay. We're on the same page then. That's what I said. So, okay, we're on the same page. I didn't know if there was some rule somewhere where I wasn't aware of.
And technically,
Maybe they better make a rule.
technically, I'm gonna say too, he or she, someone rents the shelter house, you know, the restrooms are gonna be open, but it's open for people in the public in the park, so you can't, that money you pay for the shelter house, you can't stop
Okay.
from using that.
Okay. Good. We're on the same page. I think Mike kind of did the music in the park dates, but just to confirm, music in the park dates June 20th, 6 p.m. We already have the bands scheduled as well. Justin and Company, July 18th, 7 p.m., 13th floor, and August 22nd, 6 p.m. Southern Bridges. We already have them all aligned for next year. We're ahead of schedule where we were last year.
I like it.
Yes. Just some things that we're doing in the police department. We're finishing up our state mandated training, and we also still have Sam Wilson in training. He's doing a really good job. He's about a third of the way through his training in FTO training. We've also done some patrols. We've got a few complaints this last month on off-road vehicles, 4x4s, and that kind of thing. York and West, Michigan, kind of several places. So we talked to one resident, and supposedly they're not doing anymore, but there's another one. So trying to, nobody's made contact with that one.
There's the golf cart and side-by-side traffic has picked up a lot.
Well,
And we have a golf cart ordinance, right?
Yeah, if you've got the triangle on it, you can ride on any street in the corporation, but you can't ride on the state highway. You can cross
it.
You can
Right.
cross it,
Right.
and the side by sides, I believe, if you put the triangle on it, it'd be the same deal. Yeah.
We might want to update our probably
Yeah.
ordinance to
Speed limit on.
So that's the other
Yeah.
thing I'm hearing is maybe there's kids on a lot of these things as well.
Yeah.
And I've stopped and talked to, excuse me, one person in particular. It was a rather young child actually that they had on there.
Yeah.
Probably less than 3 years old.
Yeah, I think that's an ordinance we need to make or update on the ordinance.
Okay.
You have to have a legal driver's license to drive that. Of course, like you say, there'll be a lot of upset people because some people in their family can't run their little.
Right. I bet that's par with most of
Driving.
them. Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
sounded like. I
Yeah.
didn't write that
Yeah.
down.
No, they weren't driving. They were on the front
Okay.
of the ATV.
Well, I think we just need to update our
I agree.
policy.
I think that's a good idea. That's all I have.
Hold
Do
on.
we have a slow moving vehicle, slow moving alarm?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they'll go
Yeah.
slow, but.
Did you get it? Did you get the?
I didn't get
So
it.
we have them now. So you're supposed to be getting them soon. If you don't get them within the next 24 hours, hit me up and we have them.
Can you also send me the monthly stats so I can
Yes.
start building information on the
Website?
website
Yeah.
for people to see
Yeah. That's great.
Can you send me the amusement park dates?
Yep.
Sure, can an email.
The times and the bands as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I've got another question for you. I asked one of your officers the other day, I was talking about PI, and basically I said they're kind of doing away with law enforcement's not enforcing that thing anymore. So I didn't. Can you explain why?
It's a little tougher, yeah. So that was kind of a go-to. We could usually always arrest somebody for PI if they've been drinking.
Yeah.
Now they actually have to be an endangerment to themselves to do the PI. So
Or
like if
someone
they
else.
were wandering around in 39 and a car came by and almost hit them, we could do PI then. Or any other street for that matter.
Yeah.
But if they're an endangerment to themselves, we can give them that.
What if they're endangering other people?
Yeah, that doesn't matter. Right, might be another crime that could fall under there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't go out there.
Yeah. PI and disorderly used to be kind of a blanket ones we used to be able to do. They've kind of narrowed those in now.
Okie doke. That's all I have.
All right. Any other questions for Superintendent?
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Mr. Esbury is not going to be here tonight. He did send an email with a monthly report, so if you didn't get that, let me know. I can send it forward on to you. So, all right, and we do have the fire department represented tonight, so you guys are up next. Okay.
So this will be my first council meeting.
Okay.
My name's Alan McCamey. Joined the fire department in 2023. So for total dispatches for the month of September, we had 87. Only 5 of those were in the town of Clayton. The rest of them were out in the township or mutual aid west of these. The medic truck made the most runs at 59, and 51 of the calls were EMS runs, which works out to about 60% of our run call. The rest of them were all false alarms. We had no working fires. Our ALS coverage was 80% of the shifts were covered ALS. That's at least the paramedic and the EMT. And then we were below minimum for 3% of the shifts. Any questions?
So now we're not calling Plainfield as much, right? You guys are up and going that you're not having to call them.
It's a loaded gun. So the way fire and EMS works, we have pre-made up dispatches. So we can't cover all runs all the time. So for instance, a residential house fire is going to get 3 engines, 2 ladders, an ambulance, and a battalion chief. So if me and Trevor's not in, it's going to get a Plainfield battalion chief. We only staff 2 to 3 people. So it's always going to get a Plainfield or a Danville engine and ladder trucks. That's the nature of the business on that. EMS run wise, we can cover most of our EMS runs, but as we've seen in the last year or so, we get pocketed runs. So we'll get called out on a run, but then 5 minutes later, another run comes out. Well, we have nobody left. So then we have to call in, and it's the automatic aid that comes in and takes care of that for us. So you're always going to see Plainfield out here until something changes within the dynamics out here, and we actually have a properly staffed fire department. So we're still volunteer with some minimal paid standby.
All right. Anybody else got any questions?
Have they?
Go ahead.
Have they got your restrooms finished yet?
Yes. 100%.
So basically, years, wallpapers,
Yeah.
stuff like that, the bathroom itself.
Well, that may pertain to what that
Yeah.
gentleman called you about.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Somebody keeps calling me about getting paid.
He stops in at our office as well. So the check was cut. There's just a delay by the time it goes from Jennifer's office to the trustee's office through the mail system and then out to them. So he was probably getting all upset. It was probably
He was
sitting in
all
his mail.
upset.
Sitting in his
I'm
mailbox.
Jenny, so he knows he's talking to.
Right.
That,
So yeah, that's done mostly, and then the upstairs kitchen, bathroom remodel got done earlier this year.
And what about that section of concrete floor that they're replaced? Is it draining good? You're not having to squeegee all of it.
Well, we have to always squeeze.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
just the nature of it. Of course, if it would rain, we'd see more of it.
yeah.
Or after it snows, we'll wash it or dry it.
Yeah. And I appreciate your guys. They help quite a bit at the pantry when we get food in on Monday and Tuesdays. There's a lot of time we just don't have anybody helping. And if they're over there, they'll come and help unload. And it's very well.
It's a good thing.
Appreciate
I
it.
hope they do. Actually, I think I've helped once.
Yeah.
So, Deb Fletcher, meeting the EMA director and stuff, and
Yeah,
she
she's my
said
cousin.
she had, oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. She said she had notified, Mr. Butler and Chief Russell about a training disaster drill coming up.
October 21st from
Yeah,
noon to 4
okay, so
p.m.
you know, she just wanted to make sure that you guys had noticed, she just hadn't heard anything back from anybody that you guys were participating or not.
We heard yesterday.
Okay.
So it was a delayed notification, but we did get it.
Alright. Alright, there you go. Now you got a heads up.
Well, I
It's
got
gonna be a good one.
I got another question going along with that. I guess I'm gonna be
Can't
one of
give
your.
away.
I know.
Can't give away information.
Oh,
No.
It's a training exercise.
okay. Well,
Where they
okay.
let to
I'm not-
learn from it.
Oh.
Can't. That's enough.
Yes, boss.
They know the date.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
that's-
And time.
I don't
Okay.
know. Mine is not.
All right. Just she wanted me to make sure that you guys knew.
Yes, I actually spoke with her this morning. So.
Yeah. All right. Great. All right. Do you have any questions for us? No. Okay. Wonderful. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, I had one thing. I talked to Jennifer today about the phone tree, and so tell Chief Russell I'm getting that worked out. He wanted some lines dropped so it's more smoothly. So she's not running from office to office trying to answer phones. It's just going to go to her phone.
Yeah, you can almost just drop the whole thing. Literally just have a one ring number.
Yeah, but she said she wanted to keep the one that rings her office and then the one that rings out to the duty pool.
I mean, nobody paid attention to the voice process.
Thank you.
Crew wise, we all have our own cell phones anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all the phones will work. We're gonna keep the lines that go out, but it's the call tree that comes in when you call the number here. There's a call tree of like 9 lines, so now it's just gonna be 7. Anyway,
The phone thing is kind of frustrating. People call and then select the line for the sewer plant because they think they're getting the billing person,
Mhm.
and it doesn't. It
She did,
rings
someone
and then
called
it
me
hangs
the other
up.
day, she said, and they just keep hanging up on me.
Right, and there's not anybody there to hang up on you. It's just the system. So I don't know if we.
we can
I don't know
revamp
if we
it
can
however
look
you
at
want.
that whole
Yeah.
thing and
Yeah.
say, how can we
Yeah.
design this so it actually works for what we really need in town and stuff. So, but
We can work through that.
all right, very good. Okay, Katie, you were signed up to talk.
I have got 3 holes in my yard. They're like pretty good sized holes. I don't know if they're coming from the storm drain that's beside of my house because it does get flooded. But I think what it is, what is it called? The pipe?
Yeah.
I think they busted.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's something I need to take care of, if I need to let you all know so you can check it. I don't know what to do.
Is it a storm sewer, not a sanitary sewer?
No, it's a storm.
Storm sewer.
And they're, so obviously in some of the investigations that we've done on this, we don't have any record of the town putting a storm drain across your property. Now, maybe we did, and then we just didn't record it, or I don't know, but, so there's not an easement, so that would be something we just need to investigate more and figure out what, so if the town owns an asset, a sewer pipe or a storm pipe in the ground, then we usually have an easement so that we can go on there and work on that asset without anything, and then doesn't, it's still your property, but we have rights to work on that
Oh,
little
I have
section.
no problem
And then,
with working.
that thing. So, but then, so my struggle with this, like, where'd this come from?
See, I don't know either. That was there when
Right.
we moved there, and as far as I know, it's always. Do you know Leanne Bloomers lived there?
Yeah, I looked back through photo evidence from the county, and it was there in 2006. But that's as far back as the county goes on any photos.
Well,
So,
I mean,
but
I
they
have no idea.
Yeah.
John knows
Yeah.
probably
no
where it's
record
at.
of an easement, so we would need an easement.
What
Well,
do you
well,
do to?
Well, what about, this is Michigan Street here, and of course, here's her house here. If the storm sewer's going through her yard right there, I guess that's what we're talking about.
And there's
Does it-
3 or 4
yeah,
drains in my yard.
Yeah, so did they go, then does it go across the road, or does it continue down this way? My train of thought is no matter which way it goes, do we know about the rest of the storm sewers? I mean, if it's tied into this storm sewer is tied in to the rest of them that are going out of town,
Yeah,
it'd be there. It's all.
Westler Engineering
See,
did
I
a
don't
map
know.
of our storm drains in 2019.
Yeah.
It doesn't show anything near
Yeah.
your property at all.
It
Except
doesn't.
on the south side of Michigan, there's about a 40-foot French drain.
Yeah,
drain.
there's one that we
Yeah.
had in. That hadn't been.
That doesn't connect
Many
to anything
years.
either. A
Yeah.
French drain just finds an area, subterranean area that allows water to move away, and that's it. It doesn't connect to any piping anywhere or the stream. Like, I mean, there's a nice little trickle of a stream that goes through Lambert Park, so it's not too far, but none of
Yeah.
these go that direction. They just go.
Well, I don't
a
know
certain
where
direction
these
and
come
stop.
from because the storm drains at the end of
Yeah.
my house there, and I mean, there's a big hole on the end of it that goes right out.
Are you
into-
familiar at all where your sewer lateral is from your house also? Is that anywhere close to this, or is it on?
No, I don't. That would have a clean out on it.
You talking
The
about
pipe-
the big green box that's
No.
in the yard?
No, this
No.
would just be where you flush your toilet. This is the pipe that takes
Now-
it out to
I
the
have no
Okay.
idea.
main
Well, how,
Michigan.
you
There's
know,
a sewer main right there on Michigan also.
Yeah.
And it's on your side of the street,
Yeah.
not on the south side.
don't you have one of them old fire hydrants in your yard too?
Yeah.
Is it,
Still there.
it's still there?
Yeah.
Could that be something causing that
Anything's
to,
possible.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
So we just have to investigate this. We
Yeah, I got a fire.
yeah, I remember that fire
They
hydrant.
used to come up and
Pump goes on every
pump
Monday
it.
night, yeah,
Yeah.
but they don't use them anymore. We've taken a couple, 2, 3 out of town. We've removed them. Sure.
I don't know. I
the-
just thought I'd bring it up because
Right.
I have no idea.
Now the holes that you're talking about, can you fit a basketball in them? A
Um,
softball?
Probably a softball or because there's 3, and I've got them marked. I've got.
Yeah, I just didn't want something swollen up your house, so I was just thinking
Oh,
about where we're at right now.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we can do is investigate this and find out, like, where is this related to? I mean, I remember the concrete boxes that you showed me a few years ago when I was over there.
Yeah.
They're, looks like somebody officially put in a storm drain,
I have
and
no
then they
idea.
did not record it.
I have
on
no
any
idea.
record that I can find. But we can try to track down.
I know that's been there ever since. Well, even when Jerry and I
Yeah.
lived up at the other place, that storm.
And
drain.
see, Carl Bloomer built that house.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Lived there many eons. He was there before I.
Yeah,
So-
Carl could have put it in. I have
Yeah.
no
I have
idea.
no
But
idea.
that's, we just have to try to research that a little bit more. We can have a survey and then a camera inspection and then figure out, where to go from there with that. So
Okay, that's
we're just
fine. I just,
investigating it and try to figure out.
I didn't know what to do, so.
Yeah, and we certainly have some good connections with excavators that can help, dig down and investigate some more. Try to make sure that we know what we're digging into before we do
I
that.
have no idea. I know I got a
Yeah.
water. One of the hoses got that big around.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for bringing that up to us, and we'll move forward with trying to solve this
Okay.
mystery.
It is a mystery.
Whose storm drain is it? And then go from there. Anybody else got anything that we need to talk about? Okay.
Okay, so the PNC charge has been removed from Amazon.
Is that what it was?
And I don't like PNC because they send you a bill and they want it paid like in 5 days. So it's late and then I get a late fee. That's why I don't want to use PNC charge.
I had no
They also
idea.
have the prompt where they wanted to prove, and they was trying to get back into the phone system here.
PNC?
Yeah, we had the problem last spring or
Last spring, I don't remember.
All right,
Okay, and then also the front door lock does not work at all. If I say, open the front door, it tells me something about the park, the shelter house. So we either need to get it fixed or get a new one or something, because people are coming in here that I've never seen before, and I don't want to see them. I had two the other day that it's like, they just walk in and I would really like to get that taken care of. The agenda items need to be in here ahead of time if you want it on the agenda, not the day. And then the motor vehicle highway, I did the reduction and I took it out of motor vehicle highway restricted paving and whatever, restoration or whatever it was. So I took that whole 17 out of that. And then I think I've sent you 2 messages about waste management at the sewer plant.
Yeah, I tried to get hold of them.
Oh, no, you can't get a hold of them. But they said there's 4 big tub, whatever, totes, and then we only need 2. Yeah, but we're paying $186 a month, and there's no sense in paying that if they're only using 2 of them.
Yeah, I talked to Peter about that too.
Yeah, so
I don't think I started before.
well,
Are they ever doing recycling?
I don't
No,
know, I
they're-
think,
You can't recycle that stuff, yeah, just,
Well, I'm just.
you get,
They purposely
Sean
set
was
it
the
up.
one that ordered before, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we need to,
Anyway, there's a website, and I'm gonna try that, support website. You call them up, they can't talk to anybody.
Yeah, I was on hold for about 45 minutes last week. I switched to a different carrier. I just done an I pay the bill and then they'll eventually.
you need to talk to Guido.
Blueberry down there.
No.
Oh, and I do have this. This girl came in today and she wanted to see if anybody wanted to give any kind of a donation. It's for Family Promise. I told her I would bring it up. She said anytime, doesn't have to be today, tomorrow, next month, but they need help, especially with everything that's going on.
What, do they have items they want to donate?
But until we get the door fixed,
Yeah.
can you lock your door and make them come to this
Yeah,
window?
they can do that.
I mean, I was just thinking that might help you. Is have a little arrow on the door saying "See the windows," and that way, at least I know that door is not gonna stop somebody if they really want to go through it, but stop the separation.
I haven't done. It's a 1 shooter, 1 bullet. If you miss the first
keep it in
time,
your pocket.
give me the bullet. Give me the bullet.
Graham, do you have anything for us?
Oh,
The Cascade High School FFA helped me last week plant 4 trees out at Lambert Park, and then 4 little flowery bushes over here in the town hall lawn by the sign. So they were very helpful. They want to participate in more of those kinds of things. The one gal that Mrs. Searcy kind of directed me to, that's her area of focus is reforestation. So she wants to do that kind of those kinds of projects.
And I think there's 5. There's 5 bushes out there in there. Unless one of them died.
Okay. All right.
Because the one time to look at them, they didn't look very good.
That didn't. Okay.
Probably need to go out and water.
That
Jerry
that
probably
is
needs
some
water.
that is some tough dirt that we have. I was looking at these flowers that the Troop 1111, the Girl Scouts, planted 2 years ago. Those look great. They're doing
They do look pretty
amazing.
good. There's a couple of them have died, but they still look pretty good.
I messaged Emily about the Girl Scouts project and how good that was. All right. Anything else for the good of the order? Do I have a consensus to adjourn?
You didn't ask me if I didn't.
He asked if
When I-
anybody had anything.
When I said
Oh,
everybody,
but-
in
oh.
order, that
I was writing. But no, I don't have anything.
okay. All right. So
Well, we dodged the bullet there.
with a consensus to adjourn, we will adjourn.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good